compound. We'll see some peats and maybe a squeak. That is the ticket. That's the key. Wally's got it right. Wally's got it right. That whole sleep thing. That whole snow. Oh, wait. Hold on. No, he's coming over. Nope, wait a minute. She's going to investigate Wally. Never mind. Thought that it was going to be... She's making stink face. You gotta make sure to wash all the crevasses, Wally. That's important. Oh, now she's coming over. She had to take a little pit stop. A little wang-smelling pit stop. Hi, Noe. How are you? Hi, baby. Bless you. Bless you. Oh, I am sleepy. Sleepy. I'm often sleepy. Oh, stinky face. You make stink face. So many interesting smells. It is adorable when your nose wrinkles up like that. It's all wrinkly. But so sleepy. But I'm often sleepy these days. Literally, just got back to the compound. Been gone for days. Went and smooched on the missus. Embraced lovingly, longingly. I'm home. Oh dear. Oh goodness gracious. Where are you, my dear? I'm in the parlor, my love. And it's like, all right, I got webcast tomorrow because basically we got a feed. We got a feed in a little bit. I worked the night shift. Last night I've been up close to 24 hours at this point. So yeah, that's... Oh, hi bud. Hi bud. But I am good. I'm in one of those interesting tired states, not necessarily mentally deficient tired, but you just feel it in your body, in your bones. Wow, geez, that almost got me. That almost got me. Had to just kind of do some Neo, like in the Matrix kind of moves. Do. Just watched that movie the other day. It's a good one. That's a good one. Hello, all you big cat lovers out there. It's me, Derek, again. Welcome to another super duper fantastic. It's actually sunny. I don't even think I need this sweatshirt, but I'm going to wear it anyway. Walk around the compound webcast. Yeah, hi. Should I go to see Selena? Or should I go see Clyde? Oh, these are the choices in life that we make. And I'm going to see both of them. Like, who am I going to see first? And like that choice right now, I'm going to be irrevocably placed on a path that I'll never be able to take back for the rest of my life. One way or the other. Which way am I going to go? What am I going to pick? Oh my gosh, the suspense must be so great. Let's go see Selena. And now, for the rest of my life, I will have a series of events that stem from that one choice, that one path. No matter how innocuous that path may be. We all have paths laid out before us. We all have choices. And if you want to get really squirrely, like quantum kind of mechanics type stuff, the paths are infinite, like infinitesimal. Is that a word? I think it is. So many paths. Oh, and then you start talking about, you know, the nature of infinity and parallel universes and stuff like that, and some of the ideas that, hi bud. The nature of infinity means that, like, in the course of infinity, anything that you can even imagine is not only within the realm of possibility, but may very well exist on some plane of existence. It's really out there stuff, really interesting, fascinating things. Hi. Hello. I was thinking about some stuff on the drive home. I was thinking about, I'm a big fan of, hi. Big fan of the Cosmos television series, big fan of, like, you know, the Neil deGrasse's and Carl Sagan's and the Michio Kaku's and whatnot. And it was really great. It was really great. Because he was talking about the difference between, you know, like trying to visualize the fourth dimension. And we as three-dimensional beings, we as three-dimensional creatures, we can't even visualize or comprehend or even imagine what the fourth dimension is. I mean, basically it goes like point to the, like right now, you point to the fourth dimension. Do it. I mean, it's because we are restricted to our perspective that is rooted in the third dimension. And to further illustrate and elaborate that point in a way that, you know, we could understand, Carl Sagan had this whole thing where he was talking about a race of beings called flatlanders. They're two-dimensional creatures, and they have their little flatland village, and they understand things like forward and back, and then side to side, and it was really cute. And he had these little paper pieces, and like they were kind of interacting, like, oh hello, like, oh my goodness, hi, how are you? And Mr. Flatlander, he goes inside of his house, and it's all in 2 dimensions. And then he had an apple that was representing a third-dimensional being that was coming and interacting with the denizens of, or one of the denizens of the flatland. And the flatlander could only see, you know, the one little 2-dimensional, like, slit, I guess, of that flatland being. And the third-dimensional creature, he became frustrated that the 2-dimensional creature couldn't quite comprehend or understand, like, where the voices he was hearing was coming from. So the third-dimensional creature thought that the 2-dimensional creature was being rude, and then picked him up and then said, like, here you go, and he dusted it. And then the 2-dimensional creature, like, experienced up for the first time, and then he floated. And then he's like, oh my God, like, he didn't know what he was seeing. He was able to see into his other flatlander houses, and like, he was shown a new perspective that it was beyond his realm of knowing or understanding that it could even exist. And then he lands, and he's so frazzled, he doesn't know, and he goes to tell his friends, like, I just discovered a thing. I came hi baby, I came across squeaks. I discovered them. The squeaks of Flatland, yeah. Hi baby. But he went to his other Flatland friends and said, I just experienced a miraculous thing. And they're like, well, what? It's this thing called up. And they're like, what is that? And like, I'm trying to explain it. I saw it, and it was beyond anything. Look, I could see the top of you, and it was not just, seriously, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. And all of his Flatland friends are like, okay, point to, where's up? point to it. And he could only, you know, like, I can't, yeah, because he was restricted by his dimensional restrictions. And hi bud. And that is like that's the story that Carl Sagan used to try to just get your head wrapped around the idea of what it would be like to be a fourth dimensional being, a fourth dimensional creature. Point to the fourth dimension. Can't do it. Oh my god, it's feed time, so everyone's really excited. Raven's excited. She's getting her little chopped up. I know. She's talking and she's saying things. I gotta go over and I gotta see Tawny. I gotta see Tawny. Gotta hear some raspy smoker whisper squeaks. Ton. Hi, baby. You're very cute. You're very cute. All right. Oh, we got some more kitty cats. I've been doing a lot of videos of the upper. I gotta make sure that I'm going into the lower section of the compound, because this is the upper, like, and the big enclosures in the center of the compound kind of disambiguate between the upper and then the lower, and the lower is back down there. So I gotta make my way into the lower, and I do want to try to keep I'm not gonna say like, I'm gonna really try to, you know, keep this video short, but I do want to keep it tight. I want to keep it tight. Keep things topical. Make sure that I'm showcasing kitty cats. Make sure that I'm not trailing off into nothingness. Hi, bud. Whisper. Hi. Whisper. Yeah, and because the girls are just starting to get the gears going for feed time. So that means that kitty cats are starting to get restless. Hi, bud. They're getting restless and they're getting all pacey and they're looking that way. They're looking that way. They're talking about things. Cool thing happened on Facebook. My tiger cub bubble bath video that a lot of you have seen. George Takei, one of the original members of Star Trek. Guy's got almost 10 million subscribers, likers, followers on Facebook, and he shared that video, and with like credit to Care, and it was on their website, boardtherapy.com, and it was a huge, like, oh wow, it was pretty crazy. Oh, there's that word again. Oh no. Hi, Kate. Hi. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ooh. Hi, beautiful. But the video went from like 850,000 views to 1.1 million views, like overnight, or within like the course of like a 24-hour period, I think is more accurate. But yeah, oh my gosh, that was cool. He has got some sharing power. Really great stuff. Really great. And this was probably the coolest thing about the whole, sorry, Boomer. I know, he's like, I was the one that got that video for you. I was one of the cute little babies that was inside of the enclosure down there making suds fly hither and thither. Don't you spray on me. And he's upset. He's upset that I'm trying to move on and talk to other things, and making me pay with his pee. I see how it goes. But no. One of the greatest things was all the Pride members that they showed up in force in the comment section. What's, uh-oh, looks like you're pooping. You pooping? Yeah? No? What are you doing? Are you trying to find, like, the perfect spot? The perfect place to poop. It's gotta just feel right, you know? I can't really explain it to you. It's like the fourth dimension. It's more of an amorphous concept that I just feel, you know? Yep, he's pooping. We'll give him some privacy. We'll give him some privacy. So, a lot of people in the comment section, a lot of Pride members, a lot of CARE supporters, a lot of fans of the content were in the comment section. And whenever you reach a new audience with any of this stuff, you're naturally going to have people that are going to they're going to not necessarily understand what it is that they're seeing, or maybe they have their own, you know, ideology that's kind of already mapped out, and they have like a way that they're thinking about topics, and as far as like big cats in captivity, and they look at some of the different things that other places do, or other less ethical organizations that have big cats, because they're out there. I mean, sure, there's places that they breed animals for profit and for canned hunts. They do that type of stuff, and or they're kind of more like scamtuaries, where they're really manipulative and pulling at a lot of heartstrings in order to get donations, you know, from the people. And it's easy because it's hard to tell like what's what when you're looking at a, you know, an organization, and I'm lumping everything in there. I'm talking about you know, low-level zoos, I'm talking about sanctuaries, I'm talking about commercial enterprises, breeding operations, I'm talking about all that stuff. So many things are done in a similar manner, so many things look similar, but there's just these differences. Well, some of them are not so small, some of them are huge, some of them are very big differences. I don't know what I'm saying. Some of them are very, very big differences, and some of them, I mean, yeah, they look at the cats just kind of more as money printing machines, you know? Like, how many babies can I pop out of you before you can't pop babies out? That's definitely a thing that, you know, sometimes places will have. And then there's, again, like I said, the really bad ones, sometimes you'll hear about these animals. They get they filter and find their way to these hunting operations of, depending on where you're at, I mean, certainly questionable legality. But there's some places in the world where it's either it's not much on the books about it, or it's more of a what's the word I'm looking for? Not so enforced. Then you get people like that. I just talk about all that stuff because some of the people, some of the detract. Hi, baby. Don't really. What is with you, Rasa? You run hot and cold with me sometimes. You saw that. She came up to here and she was like, I'm really digging you and I like you. And then all of a sudden I don't like you anymore. I just want to do this to your face. Yeah. You. Ugh. Kids. I know you're excited, baby. I know. We're gonna get you some food here in a little bit. We're gonna get you some food here in a little bit there, don't you know? Snuffly and sweet. Oh, you're so cute. So cute. But some people, they'll see the video of like Boomer and Slade in the comments, or they'll see Boomer and Slade video, and it's getting like posted to like 10 million people, and there's just tons of people watch it. I mean, so many people watch it all at once. So it exposes you to an entirely new group of individuals, and then they look at that, and some people they're educated about some problems with big cats in captivity, but only to a certain point, and then they want to lump everything in. They want to lump all this in, the good and the bad, want to lump it all in. And there were some people that were sitting there, they even said things like, yeah, you know, these little guys, Boomer and Slade is their name, they might be, you know, they might be cute now, but once they grow older, they're gonna be sold to like a canned hunting kind of thing, because that's what they do in all of those places in Texas. Don't believe what you see. It's like, I think it's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe they were trolling, or maybe they really legitimately thought that. But again, just the swarm of bees that the pride is, you know, like, protect the nest. They just, no, that is not at all what this place is. And the amount of decorum and civility and classiness displayed by pride members is something I am so proud of. I'm so proud of. And it doesn't necessarily, people, like, when you're dealing with detractors and you're dealing with oppositional modes of thinking and you're dealing with individuals who are coming in and spreading maybe misinformation, or they're taking things from a non-contextualized point of view, or you know, they may come in like hot and aggressive, it's generally better to respond to them with, like, you know, a cooler head. It's like that cooler heads will prevail. Keep calm and carry on, you know, kind of thing. It's a very British attitude, yes. But so many pride members were saying, like, no, that's not correct, and this is not the, for a lot of different people who were saying, you know, negative things about the video and about care and about, you know, the environment that Boomer and Slade was in. And it was all just like, no, this is their misinformation. It's not quite accurate. And here are some links, and I'm happy to have a conversation with you, and I'll inform you about this type of stuff, and that's a good thing. And it seems like when I say, like, oh, they were so classy and so nice, sometimes people can confuse that with, like, almost like a weakness. Oh, they were being soft. And that's not the case, because a lot of pride members can get very passionate. They can become very, very like righteous about you know, dealing with a person. But it's, I guess, the difference just between being just a slobbering, just a like, who are you, you filthy, you know, about trying to respond to someone. Yeah, well, you're a beep, and then, you know, and why don't you beep, you're beep, you know, all that type stuff. And I didn't, you know, that's not so much of what the pride is all about. The pride can smash you into the dirt and make you feel teeny tiny, but they'll do it from an intellectual standpoint. They will get on top of you. I've seen documentaries, again, about these bees that they jump on like an intruder, like a bug, like a big thing, or another, like a wasp or something like that comes into, like, close to the bee palace, and like a bunch of the bees, like the soldier bees, they get all on the one wasp, and then they start wiggling their butts really fast, and they wiggle their butts so fast that it actually increases the friction, which increases the temperature inside, like, this little core of that wasp, and they kill the wasp. It's incredible. It's incredible. Do I think that a bunch of pride members are just bees wiggling their butts? No, not really sure where I'm going with this analogy, but I thought it would, I thought it kind of fit, but I think, you know, sure, why not? let's get metaphorical. Let's get metaphorical about this stuff. The bride is like a swarm of bees wiggling their butts on intruders. What? That's the thing. It's like now is the time when I've got a bunch of new eyes, and then people are probably like, let me see what this BigCatDerek guy is all about. And then they like watch the video and I'm like, this guy is a weirdo. this is yeah. Ah, look at this. Progress. Progress. Excuse me. This is where Boomer and Slade's enclosure is gonna be. So cool. So cool. Got the guys down here working and making it happen. So yeah, it's gonna be this big space, and there's gonna be all of like their features and whatnot, and getting, you know, all the plumbing and everything and the electric. We've talked about that. The lockdown's gonna be over there on the corner. It's turning out great. Oh man, you know, stuff is cemented into the ground. Oh my gosh, look at those tanks. I think that's gonna be, oh, and I think those are septics. Those might be new septics, because we did find the old septic, and it got smashed years ago, probably, when maybe they were bulldozing the old house that used to be here. Got smashed. Oh well, life goes on. But yeah, you need a septic, because the only other option is like, all right, we're gonna make these really wonderful, like, you know, very comfortable cabin accommodations, these suites with these amazing views, with like the Egyptian cotton linens and all of the comforts and amenities. Oh, by the way, here's your shit bucket. Like, that's not a good, we're not handing out, we're not going to be handing out buckets to people who are coming to spend the evening with us. That's certainly not going to be the case. Lifestyles of the rich and snuffly. Here we see a wonderful view into a Texas exotic animal sanctuary. They have all of the furniture that's being donated from very high class organizations. Going to be helping out with these things. There's going to be an interior design company that is actually doing a special, like, home makeover type television thing for the interior, and there's going to be, you know, services and all this thing. Oh yes, also you have to defecate in a bucket that they provide. No. It's gonna have poopers. Oh my gosh, look at the sun's too bright. Oh, she was doing her little peats. She was doing her little peats on her face. It was the most cutest thing ever. Hi, baby. Oh, my goodness. Okay. Well, enough ramble bamble. I gotta get going. I gotta get feeding. As you can see, these kitties are getting restless. They're just like, Derek, shut up, stop talking, put food in my face. And that's what I'm gonna go and do. So, it was a great webcast. That really sounds kind of like pretentious. Like, I did such a good job. No, I mean, like, it's always great to, you know, talk to you folks. Even though I am just talking to my phone and to myself, I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of people. I imagine all of the little bees wiggling their butts inside of my phone in the 4th dimension. I'll talk to you folks later, okay? Have a good one. Bye-bye.